Hello everyone and welcome back to our European Journeyman series with Monaco. Now we are playing a huge game today against Manchester United in the Champions League knockout stages. We've been on an incredible run of form recently. We had 18 victories in a row before drawing to Cannes. 2-2 away from home in our last match, which wasn't the best way to warm up for a Champions League tie with Manchester United. But we're actually unbeaten, stretching back about 5 months now. 5 months? Yeah, it's nearly 5 months we were unbeaten. So I'm hoping we can get a pretty competitive performance in against Manchester United. We won our group, which was a very tough group against the likes of Zenit Salzburg and Atletico Madrid, who we managed to actually beat 5-3 on aggregate, had it been a knockout tie. So hopefully we can do well against Manchester United as well. We'll then take on Lyon and Marseille in the league before facing Bordeaux in the last 16 of the French Cup. Then it's Red Star, and then it's the second leg against Manchester United. So two very exciting games at least in this episode. Free kick for United. Mata sends it in. Mkhitaryan at the near post, and he finds the follow-up goal. It's 1-0 to United just 5 minutes in. Pereira over to Zeka. Now Castellano. Ball comes to Nikitovic. Castellano through to Boris. Can we get an instant reply? Mario's tackled Boris too easily there. El Nene given away to Zeka. Castellano finds Mbappe, who gives it away to Mkhitaryan. Lindelof, one of our former players, to Mario. Ball all the way back to De Gea. Now Murillo. Ball taken away by Bernardo Silva. Fabinho gives it away to Bruma in the worst place. Why has he done that? Rashford cutting inside, still going Rashford, and Rashford with a stunning finish. It's 2 goals in a minute for United, and we are 2-0 down. De Gea sends the ball forward. Mario with the ball finds Jeffrey Bruma. It could be about to get worse for us. It's El Nene to Mata. Rashford. Still going Rashford. Finds Bruma, and it's 3-0. And we are pretty much out of the Champions League 10 minutes into this two-legged tie. Mkhitaryan's free kick finds Bruma. Nezovic stops it. We've still not managed to really get in this game. Sidibe doesn't get the ball. It's Mkhitaryan onto Rashford. He's got a man over, but he doesn't need him. He finds a gap himself. It's now 4-0. Well, with about a minute left, we still haven't managed to really threaten Manchester United. We've had a few more shots, but they've not resulted in actual noticeable effort. Certainly no highlights in our favour. It's still going to be incredibly difficult to try and turn this around. We need an absolutely stunning performance in Monaco if we're going to get anywhere near coming back to this, and conceding 1 goal will need us scoring 6 in Monaco. So realistically, I think the Champions League dream has come to an end at the first hurdle. And there's a full time. It's 4-0. It's absolutely embarrassing, that performance. After not losing for 5 months, we come across one team of serious class and get absolutely just humiliated by them at Old Trafford. Well, after that embarrassing defeat to Manchester United, we are back in league action. We're taking on Lyon, and we need a win because PSG have cut the gap down to 4 points. We are going to play with Leo Baptiste starting again after his long injury layoff. So it's Boris alongside him, with Lamar in his favoured position just behind. Bakayoko, Castellano and Moutinho, the midfield 3. Zeka, Yemerson, Glick and Sidibe, the back 4. Nezovic in goal. Cedric throws the ball into DeMarcus. Ball comes to Gonalons, who had way too much time and space there. He's hit it first time and found the top corner. Lamar sends the ball out wide towards Boris, but it's cut out. Ball back with Yemerson. Now Bakayoko. He finds Moutinho. Sidibe at the right back position. Manages to keep it between 2 players, and then he does lose the ball, but Moutinho won the header. It's with Lyon now. They play it down the line, but Glick should get there first. Yemerson to Zeka. Bakayoko over to Moutinho. Ball over the top for Baptiste, in behind, and he's put it wide. Castellano to Lamar. He plays it over to Bakayoko. Ball through to Baptiste, who's hit the woodwork, and he took a touch when he should have put it in first time. Sidibe sends the ball in, comes back to him. He looks for Baptistao. It's Bakayoko to Moutinho. Bernardo Silva to Baptistao. Ball through for Boris, who does score. He still hit the crossbar, but it's at least bounced in this time. And we've got 20 odd minutes to try and find the equaliser. DeMarcus out to Keiko. He puts it inside, and it's in by DeMarcus. It's now 3-1. It's all over for us. We're going to lose at home for the first time since that opening day game against PSG. It's the first time we've actually lost a home game since then. But it means that we are in a horrendous run of form. A draw and 2 defeats in our last 3 games after winning 18 matches in a row, which is just unacceptable. Well, there's a full-time whistle. If you look at the stats, we've been robbed today, but it doesn't change the fact that we are looking awful right now. We're just not playing in the right way. We're still 4 points clear. There's 11 games to go. But we really need to pick it up. It is just not acceptable. How do you go from winning 18 games in a row to taking a draw and 2 defeats? Well, we really need to return to winning ways away against Marseille now. If we fail to win again, that'll make it 4 games in a row, which is just unacceptable, especially at a time where our best players are all back to fitness. It's just absolutely unacceptable on every level. Now, this game, we do have Lamar and Bernardo Silva starting on the wings. Boris is going to go on his own up front with Castellano, Fabinho and Nikitovic, the midfield 3. Zeka at left back, Sidibe at right back. Pereira and Vallejo are in the middle with Nezovic behind them. Lamar's corner, sent to the back post, and Vallejo's there to nod it in. It was Fabinho with the original header, but Vallejo scores his first goal for Monaco. Nikitovic over the top to Vallejo. Now Fabinho finds Bernardo Silva, but it's taken away by Augustinsson. Lozano forward, and he's found Berahino, and Nikitovic has tripped him. This is not the first time Nikitovic has got a red card, and I'm starting to get quite annoyed about it. He might be dropped down to the reserves. He is a wonder kid, but if he keeps getting sent off, there's absolutely no need to have him in the team. We're now down to 10 men for most of the rest of this game. David Luiz is going to send the ball in with a long throw. It's come out to Suso. He loses it to Fabinho. Augustinsson, the only player back there. Taking an age to pick up that ball. Finds Pasic, I think that was. Suso to Berahino. He's managed to get the ball through, and it's come to Keita. Suso with an excellent little pass back to Keita, who has fired that into the bottom corner. Lamar with the free kick, sent into the middle, cleared away. Now Berahino can counter-attack. He's got a man up there with him. Sidibe wins the header. Still coming with a Campos. Rodrigo, Berahino, Suso, and that's a stunning passing move with an excellent finish. And we are about to lose another game. Well, there's just 1 minute of added time left as Lamar charges down the left and loses the ball. I am really frustrated at what is happening here. It is such a sudden change. Rodrigo's been played in behind, and Rodrigo makes it 3-1. We've now conceded 10 goals in 3 games. I do not know what is going on with the team. This is happening across both formations. I've tried a team meeting. It's done absolutely nothing. And I'm starting to get really frustrated at these performances. It's come out of absolutely nowhere. That's what I don't understand. It's just like we've had this 18-match winning streak, and then we've completely fallen apart. The team's looking frustrated, but so am I. And it means PSG can close the gap down to just 1 point, when before this poor run of form started, we had the opportunity, if we'd beaten Cannes, to extend the gap to 9 points. Well, morale has taken an absolute beating after 3 defeats in a row, and we need to turn it around against Bordeaux because it's a Coupe de France match. So if we lose again for the 4th time in a row, we will be going out of this competition. I'm hoping the team will be able to bounce back. They're completely fresh, so it should be fine. But I don't understand what the problem is. You can see morale now is just around the midpoint. If we lose again, it will start to become very poor. And I'm just not sure what to do. The team is the same as it has been all season, so I'm just going to have to hope that this match does go well. We do get a win. I think 1 win will trigger a return to form. but hopefully it can happen before that Manchester United game where we already need a miracle to come back. Fabinho. Out wide looking for Sidibe, who keeps it in. Puts the ball in low. Boris is there. And he's hit the base of the post. Free kick for Lamar. Edge of the area. And he finds the top corner, giving us the breakthrough. How much we need Thomas Lamar to return to goal scoring form. Vallejo on the ball. Shortly before half time. It's Bakayoko. Back to Zeka. Ball inside to Fabinho. Now Boris. Bakayoko. Castellano to Fabinho. Ball out wide to Sidibe. He's got a man in the middle. Lamar arriving and Lamar makes it 2. Lamar for a chance of a hat-trick. He hits the wall. He's still got it. He finds Bakayoko, who does tuck it in for 3-0. Bernardo Silva bringing the ball forward. Loses it to Martz. Benatia straight to Taha. Mateus over the top. Taha's got in behind the defence and he's managed to get a consolation goal for Bordeaux. It's disappointing we weren't able to keep that clean sheet. There is the full-time whistle. It's another 3-1 result, but this time it is in our favour. We have managed to finally win a game, putting an end to a run of 4 matches without a victory. And it also means we go through to the quarterfinals of the French Cup. Well, here is the quarterfinal draw for the French Cup. We're going to get straight into it, and it's Stade de Reims who get Paris, who are one of the few second division teams left in. Marseille get Cannes, so there's still a chance we could get PSG. Here are PSG, and they are going to play AS Nancy, so we have managed to avoid them. We're actually taking on another lower league side. It's AC Ajaccio who will take on us, but I think PSG are probably the team we're either going to play in the semi-finals or the final. Well, this is a very big game for us because it's just before that United match, but also we need to make sure we get back to winning ways in the league after winning in the French Cup. We're still at home, we're still using the same formation, but this time we're going to have Mbappe and Boris lead the line ahead of Lamar. Moutinho, Pizzi and Bakayoko the midfield 3, Sidibe, Pereira, Vallejo and Fabinho across the back line, and Nezovic in goal. Bakayoko wins the ball, now Moutinho has it. He's still got hold of it. He finds Lamar in a great position. He's got a lot of space. The ball's run to Mbappe. Back to Moutinho. Edge of the area. Strikes it first time. And Boris has redirected the ball into the back of the net for goal 15. Moutinho's corner. Cleared away. But Pizzi picks it up. There's Lamar. And it's deflected its way in. It's gone down as a Lamar goal. But he is having a bit of a renaissance at the moment after that poor run of form. Isaias puts the ball in from the free kick and Nezovic comes to claim it. Releases Sidibe down the left flank. He finds Lamar. Turns, runs directly at the team. Finds Mbappe as well, who skips a tackle and finishes it beautifully for 3-0. Pereira over to Sidibe. He finds Lamar, who's tackled by MacJouf. And he is about to get a second yellow card, I think. Referee just pulls it out. There we go. We're going to be playing 10 men for the last 40 minutes. Well, there is the full-time whistle. We've won this game quite comfortably in the end. 3-0. Red Star never really threatening us. And it means that we have moved 3 points clear at the top. Red Star actually held PSG to a draw in the game that they had in hand. So with 9 games to go, we've still got the breathing room and the goal difference at the top of the league. Well, we're going to end this nightmare of an episode, really, against Manchester United in a game where we could get further embarrassed. We need a Barcelona level of comeback. We lost that first leg 4-0. 1 goal for United will leave us needing 6, and I just don't see it happening whatsoever. I'm still going to put a strong team out there because you do get those really weird results in Football Manager sometimes. We're going to play with Boris and Mbappe up front alongside Lamar, Nikitovic, Castellano and Bakayoko in the middle, Zeka, Pereira, Yemerson and Fabinho the back line with Nezovic in goal. De Gea sends the ball out. Headed on by Rashford, but Zeka picks it up. Now Yemerson to Bakayoko. We need a goal now if we're going to have any chance of getting through this. Zeka launches it forward. Boris picks it up. Then plays it all the way back to the centre-back. It's Castellano to Zeka. Now Bakayoko to Lamar. On to Boris again. And a horror tackle from Manolas, who's looking to try and do us a favour there. He's about to get a red card, and for an hour we'll be playing 10 men. Free kick for Lamar, edge of the area, and he finds the top corner. There's one back, 3 more to go. Semedo with the throw-in to Rashford. Ball comes to Semedo again. Now El Neni. Good tackle from Lamar. Zeka tries to pitch it forward, but Pogba cuts it out. Rashford's picked it up, and Rashford makes it all come to an end for us. We've got 30 minutes to get 5 goals now. Shaqiri's free kick into the middle. Comes to Paul Pogba, and he's put it in. And we now need 6 goals in about 20 minutes. We're heading out of the Champions League. Marcus Rashford with the ball. Loses it to Yemerson. Ball cut out by Shaw. And again, now Pogba. Out wide to Shaqiri. He's lost the ball. Zeka puts it forward to Mbappe. Here's Malcolm. Loses it to Murillo. Shaqiri. Now El Neni. To pull Pogba. Ball through. Rashford's in behind. He's got the pace on the defenders, but Nezovic can make the save. Well, there's the full-time whistle. We've been beaten 6-1 by Manchester United on aggregate. 2-1 today despite playing 10 men. It's really just not good enough, and it shows the gulfing class between us and the likes of Manchester United. We really just didn't do very well in Europe this season at all, struggling to win our group and not getting a very high points total either, and it means that we've lost 4 games from 6 today. A really terrible episode that's hit us like a train, to be honest. It's really demoralised the team. It means that we need to turn our attention to domestic football. We're still on for a treble, and we did win the French Community Shield earlier this season, so it would be 4 pieces of silverware in one season if we can get through. But we need to take on PSG in the Coupe de la Ligue final in the next episode. We've also got that quarterfinal against AC Jaco. So plenty to look forward to still. The title race is still pretty hot. We're 3 points clear at the top. It would be quite an achievement if we managed to derail PSG in our first season. I don't think winning the Champions League was really on the cards in our first year. We need some new midfielders, some world-class midfielders before we can do that. But that is going to be it for this episode. Drop a like on the video if you're feeling sorry for me, and make sure to subscribe if you want to see how we get on in the title race going forward. But until next time, see ya.